I'm gonna be testing it out on Marvel Rivals. I've gotten to Celestial one a couple times, which is like roughly the top 1% of people. Not to brag, but to let you know that I'll notice if one of my abilities is clearly harder to do. And I can tell you right now, I imagine these ones are going to be harder to do. It definitely requires more pressure to push those in than it did on the old controller, and also on, yeah, like I'm putting about the same amount of pressure, and the bottom one's going and this top one's not. Other than that, those feel relatively smooth. Button clicks. Oh, and I did something up there. Little bit stiffer, but I don't think a huge amount. And up top, click click. It almost feels like this one requires maybe a slight bit less pressure. Now, where I am excited are the extra buttons. There's two very clickable buttons on the back, which I like specifically since I like playing Captain America. And then this, which has something to do, I believe that's the mute button. This is the Rematch Glow wired controller 1 hour review. This is from PDP. I picked this one up as part of a Black Friday deal. It was real cheap. It's light. First thing that you'll probably realize when you get this is, oh yeah, I guess all controllers are technically wired controllers. I can immediately tell you I don't like their triggers as much. They don't have nearly as much of a nice texture, and they have a little bit less of a groove. It doesn't feel nearly as good to press the trigger on this one. This one feels smooth. This one feels like more like a button. Plug it in the wireless headset and it works. I can hear through it. I can hear other people through it. However, I've not been able to communicate through it. I've been messing with the settings on the Xbox. I've been messing with this button here, which doesn't seem to do much of anything. I think I'm going to have to download the app to figure that out. So last game, this trigger button made me jump, and now it does not. So not sure what the back button thing is up with that. But now it's even weirder. It was working like an A button, but now that I'm in the menu screen, I hit it, and it actually has a different button that it's fixed to. What? And in case you're like, well, why don't you read the instructions? All they give you is a QR code. This is just gobbledygook. So 4 games in, I'm 3-1 with the controller. It's nice enough. I think if you're not at like the highest tier of video games, I don't think you're going to notice that much of a difference. It's great, I think, for kids, especially if we can figure out what these back buttons do. But let's get the app and see if it really unlocks it. The QR code takes you to a generic website that has a whole bunch of controllers, and mine isn't featured on there. Yippee! It's actually a Microsoft app you have to download for your Xbox. How fun. Plot twist. The Microsoft app is actually pretty dang great, and I think it bumps this up to a great controller, especially given the price. Highly recommended, especially if you're looking at this for kids.